Hey folks, this is Coloring Chemist. My name is Connie and welcome back to my channel. Isn't it beautiful? This is Maria Trolle, her new book. I would attempt to pronounce the Swedish, but it would be terrible. Stjärnfall? That's probably very bad. I apologize for my Swedish. I believe it translates to falling stars. And yeah, this is her new book. I ordered this from imusic.com. I'll link it below. This is the Swedish version. The English version I don't believe has been released yet. And this was my first time ordering from iMusic. I think Zucchini Kitty Karen had ordered some books from there before, and that's sort of where I had found out about it. And so I got this one, and I also got Hannah Carlson. This is only my second Hannah Carlson. I have Seasons, and now I have Tales from the Witch's Cottage. So, yeah. But I just wanted to see how ordering from iMusic went. And you know what? It was great. Now, I'm in rural Canada, and it did take a while for things to get here. They sent it by Post Nord, which I think is sort of the Scandinavian national mail system. And it got transferred to Canada Post and delivered to me, which is great because I'm in rural Canada and I live rurally. Canada Post is pretty much the only carrier that can find my house. So, and if you guys have seen some of my previous videos where I've shown my view out my window, you can see I really live rurally. It's a gravel road, it's a dirt road. Yeah, the other carriers, whether it be UPS, they're not going to find my house. So the fact that it went, Nord Post, Post Nord, and then came to Canada Post was great. So, yeah, this is her new book. It is, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to grab some of her other books just for comparison's sake. I'm back. So I have this one, which is, again, a Swedish version. And then I have Botanicum and Twilight Garden in the English versions. So I would say in terms of thickness, I'm just going to stand all of these up this way. This looks to be about the same thickness as this one. Oh my goodness, I should know the translation for this one. I'll try and remember to look it up and put it on the screen for you. My apologies. My apologies. But these later ones are a bit thinner than her earlier ones, just for comparison's sake. Now, her covers are always beautiful, but this is just spectacular. You've got this cream. It almost feels like I'm just feeling her other books. Her other books had a very smooth cover, but this feels almost like that canvas, like it's a little bit textured. And so it's like a linen or a canvas feel. Yeah. And then the dark blue elements on the cover, I'll pick it up here. Can you see? My filming lights hit it. They're gloss. And so, it's just stunning. The color palette is beautiful. You've got kind of that peach and then like the dark navy blue and some lighter blues and white. It's simple, but amazing. And then we've got the back. Now, in terms of translation, and there's some a Swedish introduction inside. Color with Claire has done a wonderful flip through where she translated the whole thing, so I will try and remember to link her video below. And so, I haven't done that. But yeah, just beautiful, beautiful. So I thought we'd take a quick look together and let's just see what kind of illustrations we've got. I've already gone through and I've broken the spine on this, so mine lays, it's stitch bound, so mine lays, nice and flat. So here we've got some stars falling. And then we've got the first page. This was the part that Color with Claire had translated, so yeah, definitely go and check out her video. She did a lovely job there. And then we've got our first image. Now I know I've heard other people do flips and I've watched them, and there, was comments about how her style is changing, which I think is definitely true. Maybe the images, some of them are getting simpler, which also may be true. I don't mind. I think if an artist doesn't change, that's probably very frustrating for them. I'm not an artist. I don't know. But I think it would be, I don't know, boring maybe as an artist to simply be, sort of putting out the same thing over and over again. So a changing style, I think is really great. So every page has, little stars on it somewhere, sometimes bigger stars. She's sleeping. Now, I don't know if you folks have seen any of my previous videos. I'm not a fan of coloring people. It's just not my cup of tea. But little small people like this, I don't mind. That would be okay. And she's hugging a little bee. She's sleeping in the flower. That's sweet. A little star there. A couple little stars down here. So lots of florals. I mean, Maria has always had lots of florals, but sort of combined with that idea of falling star. And here we've got. I agree, much simpler than, like, if I grab Botanicum, was maybe one of her earlier books. I think maybe a lot more detailed comparison. This paper looks a little yellow. It's a cream paper. I don't think it's yellowed. This is a little whiter. Now, this is an English edition. Let's take a look at, this is another Swedish edition. No, I think that's the same paper. So it looks like the English edition has maybe a creamier paper. This is a white, I think it's not bright white, but it's a whiter paper. And then even in a picture like this where it's not nighttime, but the seagull has a tiny little star in its beak. I like the frames. Like, this is a partial frame, but I like that. I feel, and this has a full frame. Not all of them are framed, or are they? No. So you can certainly do, your background right to the edge of the pages, but I like it when it's framed, so I don't feel the need to go. I always worry when I go right to the edge of the page. Do you guys worry about that too? I worry that, whatever I'm using, particularly if it's a wetter medium, watercolor paint or something like that, I'm going to somehow get it, over the edge and onto the next page. I don't know. I shouldn't worry, but I do. So, when you've got these framed images, it just takes that little bit of worry away from me. Fox and the butterfly. The butterfly has stars in its wings. More stars in the wings here. Underwater scenes with stars. Even the mermaid has a little bralette. It's got stars there. Yeah, it's falling stars. Very imaginative. That's not the kind of, the big portraits don't really draw me. Like I say, I'm not a fan of coloring people, but certainly, I mean, for those of you, and particularly those of you who love to color hair, I think this would be, a lovely challenge, because of course the waves in her hair are actual waves, right? You've got, they're breaking, so you've got sort of the white caps on the ends. That's neat. Girl, and there's a little star in the apple there. Some houses and a tree, and a little star in the grass. So yeah, I think there's a star on every page. Lots of opportunity for background work, with these simpler images. It's pretty, like a little dotted star so that it's under the water, because you can see her toes are under the water, so Maria has drawn them stippled, dotted, just to show that they're under the water, so the star is under the water. Sweet picture there. I love lighthouses. I don't know. I don't live on a coast. I live near lakes, but I don't live on a sea coast. But there's something about lighthouses that I just love. We've sort of got the same image, I think, or somewhat of it. Yeah, kind of from two different views. That's neat. So here you've got the lighthouse, centered, and here you've got the lighthouse off to one side and more of the village. The smoke from the houses. That's neat. A little tiny fairy or elf climbing a ladder to her home in a tree. The deer. It looks like a white-tailed deer, which I get outside my window here because I have bird feed outside for the birds, and they make a mess and throw some of it in the ground, and the deer comes and eats what's on the ground. As I'm filming right now, I'm trying to focus on the book, but I'm also looking outside the window. There's a woodpecker that's pecking away at a seed wreath that I purchased and hung outside. So that's neat. It's black and white. So here we've got I don't know if she's in the clouds, I'm not sure. Could be the leaves. I mean, if this is the same little fairy girl, right, in her home, maybe. But then it's got mushrooms. I'm not sure. You could do whatever you like. Butterflies leaving star trails. Some falling stars there. Little bunny. Like that. Little girl daydreaming on a leaf. Stars in the sky. Got another falling star and a deer. This is it. That's the cover image, isn't it? It is. So you could copy the color palette. I mean, it's a different color palette. I'm one of those people who, I always want to color everything the right color. I don't know. It's the scientist in me. For those of you that don't know, I'm a chemistry teacher. And so I struggle with imagination. So, if I were to see a tree, I'd color the bark brown. It wouldn't occur to me to make the bark blue. So, I mean, this would be a fun challenge for me to copy this color palette, particularly the sort of gradient in the background there, and reproduce that here. I should try that. Keep that in mind. And we've got just a beautiful woman, a little teeny star by the house. Teeny star down here. These are Lily of the Valley, I think. So kind of maybe a spring scene there. Bird hiding in the, looks like clover. There's the star. It's becoming a hide and seek thing now, or find and seek, I should say. That's cute, the bear. I like these kind of forest scenes with like a little house. I don't know why, I just do. A teeny star right in there. All these teeny little hidden stars, I think I would probably color, probably use some pit pens to make it like a light yellow glaze or something like that. And then I would put the clear Jelly Roll Stardust pen over top, because there's quite a bit of sparkle to that. I think that's what I would do with those. Maybe. Clouds. Daydreaming on the clouds. Citrus fruit, I would guess. Maybe some lemons and oranges. Star. And here's the same little girl. Different, similar, right? So you could do kind of a matching color palette, because it's the same little girl in with the oranges and lemons again, but just a slightly different scene. Tree with stars for leaves. A little cat hiding in the grass. House on a lily pad. That's fun. Stars for smoke. And a frog. Little frog there too. That's nice. Little tiny printing error up there. Just some specks of ink. Maybe I can... Oh, they smear. Oops. I'll try and erase those with my electric eraser. I don't think it's something I spilt on the book. Could just be some dust or something that got on there from shipping. Oh, the stars on her dress. Yeah, kind of this matching image idea again, right? Same little girl. I'm assuming it's the same little girl. You've got the two bunnies and the two bunnies there. A little fairy on a bee. Her bees are cute. They're very fat little bees. I love it. We have the fat furry little bumblebees here. We have the tricolored bumblebees at my house. I don't know if anyone's ever seen those. They're mostly black and yellow, but their little fuzzy bums are almost more orange, but the other stripes are black and yellow. So they're cute. Foxgloves looks like there. The flower. Did you know? You probably don't care. You're just looking for flip through the coloring book. But I have to say it anyway now. Foxgloves are the original place where we got digitalis from. And digitalis is a compound that can help with heart conditions. So that's why foxgloves, if you grow them, they're very pretty flowers. But you have to be careful that your pets or children don't actually eat any part of the plant, because I think, I could be wrong, I think the digitalis is in all parts of the plant, and it can cause heart problems. So they're pretty flowers, but you want to be careful around pets and children. Just in case you ever wanted to know that. You've got a little fairy up in the tree there. Another one down there. Just lovely images. A stork? Maybe? We have sandhill cranes where I live. But that's not a sandhill. It doesn't look like a sandhill crane. But they're large birds like that too. That's quite simple. You would have a lot of opportunity to do, you know, I've seen lots of folks do, particularly with Joanna Basford's Small Victories, like a galaxy kind of a background there. Sorry if there's too much glare and that's hard to see. I apologize. It's making the line work look really light. I don't think it is. This one maybe looks darker because there's more black lines closer together, but this looks very washed out and faded. My apologies. My apologies if other ones did too. Did they? No, not so much. Must just be because there's not a lot of line work there. A lot of white space and my camera's, I guess, trying to adjust. These are, oh my goodness, I've heard other people, axolotls? Is that what they are? So they're little aquatic. Are they similar? They must be similar to like newts, maybe? They're cute. And they do, apparently the animal itself has like a little smile on its, I mean it doesn't, but it looks like it does. Just the way the mouth is situated on the face, it looks like it's smiling. So that's fun. That's a very complicated hairdo. She's got a whole world up there. A little girl. Where's the star? I can't see the star. Have you guys found it? Oh, there it is. Some more lily of the valley. Tulip. She's fishing. There's a little star on her, on the bob on her, is that what you call it? On her end of her fishing line there. Cat. Again, kind of that matching image kind of idea. Aw, mouse. I do have mice in my house sometimes. I live in the country. We do trap them, but we try and use humane traps. But otherwise, they can make an awful mess inside your house. Pretty leaves and florals. That's sweet. Got a rainbow there, some shooting stars. Another rainbow on the right-hand side there. Looks like a very fancy bird. You could certainly make that fancy colors. Bunny. Peony flower? That's what it reminds me of. There's a lovely winter scene. Do birch trees. Snow. Some smoke coming from the chimney. Snow on the roof of the house. Unicorn here. That's lovely. Two girls. I don't know if they're the same girls, but I think she's hugging the moon. That's what it looks like to me. And she's hugging the earth. So she's earthbound and hugging the moon. It looks like she's in the clouds in the sky and hugging the earth. That's very cool. More lilies of the valley. Reading her book. Squirrels. There's also a squirrel that visits my bird feeders outside. You guys in the UK and Europe, your squirrels have much longer ears with like more tufts at the top. I'm not sure if it's a different species of squirrel. Our squirrels like here don't have ears like that. Snail. That's a very... I don't know why. I like the look on the snail's face. I just do. You see that? It's a very... I don't know. It's a very quizzical looking snail. Looks like a moth, and that's the moon, so maybe like a nighttime scene. There's squirrel, another nighttime scene there. Flowers are sleeping. A ladybug. Castle in the clouds. Cat. The sun, the clouds. Looks like the cat is some sort of deity, which if anyone has cats or knows cats, that's probably about right. Cats certainly feel that we're there to serve them. Princess. The waterfall, that's pretty. Same princess. The baby deer, it's got the spots. Fawn. That could be wintry, although that looks like very, very early spring. Because you've got maybe some mounds of snow here, but you've also got snowdrops coming out. You've got the moose with candles on its antler. Here you've got the same moose with kind of evergreen trees. You could certainly do that, you know, Christmassy or wintry. Stars in her hair. Some falling stars there. We're almost to the end. Another very pretty winter scene. A deer. Some falling snowflakes. Oh, and there's stars in the center of the snowflakes. Some of them. And then another winter scene here. So, yeah, I mean, I'm doing this flip. It's November 26th, 2023. So I'm heading into my, well, I mean, I've got snow outside already. So I'm a very seasonal colorist, so I'm happy to see those winter pages. And that is the end. So once again, kind of a long, chatty flip, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is enjoying their coloring. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing, clicking that like button, leaving a comment, hitting the notification bell, letting your friends know that you found a new YouTube coloring channel and maybe they might like it too. All right. I guess that's it. So until next time, folks, we'll see you then. Bye bye.